My name is Tom Finney. I've lived here in Midland for 14 years now, and I'm a participant in the Diabetes Reversal Program. I think it was the culmination of a few years of my health starting to decline. I'm a really outdoors person, very active, and I discovered I just wasn't having as much interest in things I used to enjoy. My weight had been going up. I was beginning to feel neuropathy in my feet and legs because of the advancing diabetes. And I kind of came to the conclusion this spring that if I didn't do something now, I would get to the place soon where it would be sort of a long, slow decline. I'd watched many folks my age, I'm 60 years old, start that slide downhill, and the thought of it kind of horrified me. And so I was noticing an article in the Reporter-Telegram about the Diabetes Reversal Program. I knew nothing about it, and I thought, this may be my shot. And not only that, I knew I needed help because I had tried to diet, I had tried to make lifestyle changes. It wasn't happening. And so this was going to be my chance. In my early weeks in the program, it was kind of whiplash. I thought I was going to come and hear something about exercise and don't have the second donut and maybe have fish or chicken and leave the steaks aside. And what I discovered is they really wanted to rebuild the whole way I thought about food and everything that I chose to eat. And so they used this buzzword which scared me. They said whole foods, plant-based. And the first thing I thought was, well, what do I eat at barbecue? and that was really an issue for me. In my work, I go out to lunch all the time. And the last thing I wanted to do was to be one of these guys who got into a whole ideology about animal rights and wearing leather. And the whole thing kind of freaked me out, to tell you the truth. And fortunately, they assign you someone called a health coach. And she just listened to me while I ranted about this stuff. And slowly she began to unravel some of my objections and help me to develop ways to approach this. My favorite one was, well, my doctor has me on a special diet and she tests my blood, so I want to be obedient. That way I didn't have to talk about all the things that scared me. And what scared me was the idea that my 14 meals a week involving meat would go away. And that was a pretty scary thing to me. Well, the program has several components to it. You have an in-class setting where you hear from nutritionists and from the doctor who leads the program, Dr. Patel, and they give you some of the science behind it. It seems like there's a whole industry today about supplements, exercise routines, and equipment, and everybody has an angle, and quite frankly, you get jaded about all that stuff. They didn't come in selling a product to us. They came in explaining how to eat in a healthy way. It's really basic stuff. But those classes set the scientific groundwork for me, and that was helpful. I got a chance to meet with nutritionists and to email back and forth, well, how do you cook this if you're not using that? And those questions were very helpful to my wife to get answered. And then again, the health coach, you speak to your coach every week, and you just look at the problems, and one by one you begin to strip the problems away, and you're left with the progress. And that sort of comprehensive approach, that relational approach, is what made this program helpful to me. How did it turn out? Oh my goodness. Again, I had set the course of my life, and things were going to go downhill. And that's what happens for most diabetics. Just be honest with ourselves. Your numbers keep going up, you get sicker and sicker, and then eventually you have a heart attack or something happens. What happened? My A1C, which is sort of the gold standard of knowing where you are with your diabetes care, it went down from 6.9, which was pretty high, down to a 6.2. My blood pressure dropped, top and bottom numbers, by almost 20 points. I lost just over 20 pounds. My heart rate dropped 10 beats per minute. The neuropathy, that pain in my ankle and feet, that's almost gone now. I sleep at night because I think with the weight gain, that affects one's ability to sleep easily. Well, with the weight starting to come off, the breathing is coming back at night, and that's a wonder.